on MLB Network.
Let's get some spring highlights from the weekend. Padres and A's, Will Myers, and look at Christian Pache, a part of the Matt Olson Hall.
That's one of the things this kid can do. He can go get them, man.
All right, bottom of the fourth. Pods down a run. Sean Manaea traded to the Pods earlier, facing his former team immediately, and gets Stephen
He
Piscotty.
looked good.
He'll get Tony Kemp. Manaea went 3 2/3 in his Pods debut, struck out 4, and then said goodbye to his pals as he left the field.
Take care, little man.
It's a wrap.
All right, cool.
Sean Murphy's still in Oakland. And he's still pretty good. Oh, man. I mean, dig in and swing it. A's up 3-zip.
He didn't hit that ball last year.
The one in?
That pitch there? Nope.
Chad Pinder's going to play a lot this year. Solo homer for him. Oakland up 4-zip. In the 7th, same score, and Manny Machado gets one 2-run homer.
The ball went out? Gee.
Yeah, Cactus League special.
Yes.
Oakland wins it 8-2. Yankees and Blue Jays. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at the plate in a scoreless game.
They're going to love this guy, man. He's a in the dirt, go play hard every day guy. Good player.
Josh Donaldson got one, his 3rd of the year, of the spring, that is.
That one brought rain.
That's a high fly ball, all right. That's a Dave Kingman homer.
Boom.
Wait for it. And then Matt Chapman in a 4-4 game in the 3rd, doubles in Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Lourdes. 5-4 Toronto. Bottom of the 6th in a 5-5 tie for George Springer.
A lot of replays here, man.
Yeah, a lot of replays.
Springer dinger.
And a Springer dinger.
Whew, Lenia.
I think they want the replays in there because I think he got a lot of work to do, right?
Oh, he's trying to soundbird.
A lot of work to do, my friend. Orioles and Twins. Sonny Gray making his.
Sonny Gray, a little hesitation on
This is his spring debut. He hadn't pitched yet. 4 perfect innings. He'll be all right. Byron Buxton in the 2nd, doubles in Nick Gordon.
I just hope he stays healthy, man. It's going to be fun to watch him put up some numbers for a full year.
Twins have to be better, don't they? They have to be way better this year. Miguel Sano at the plate in a 3-0 game, 2nd of the spring. And it's a 5-0 Twins lead. Carlos Correa. The Twins have a new explosive weapon.
Well, the other thing Correa does is he's going to, once he gets to know his teammates, he'll push them. Every day, lock in.
You're not wrong about that.
The Twins have a new explosive weapon.
All right, that's enough about the explosive weapon. This is an explosive weapon, too, on the mound for the Angels.
Look at Thor.
Mighty Thor. 5 innings of work, allowed 1 earned, struck out 7, and looks really good this year, man. Shohei Ohtani in the 5th.
Ooh, wee. Hear that sound.
Yeah, nice crowd for the Freeway Series yesterday.
That was great.
And great. Anthony Rendon made it back-to-back.
In the rocking chair.
Okay.
They need to get him back.
You got great rivalries.
Starting Thursday on MLB Network.
Welcome back to Monday Hot Stove. So the exhibition season winding down, and we've spent so much time talking about some regional rivalries this winter and the great regional rivalry that exists every year, regardless of the expectations between the Phillies and the Mets. You know, we happen to be here in the Northeast. We're a little Mets-Philly-centric at times, but I think on this occasion it's justified. The Phillies 8-6 in spring play, the Mets 7-6 in spring play. I think we'd all agree that means that the Phillies will win the NL East.
I'll tell you what, though, the Phillies are better than most people think.
It's going to be a great rivalry.
It looked like Aaron Nola's got it going. He threw the ball great the other day.
Yep. It's going to be fun, and, you know, that's not to discount the other teams in the division at all, but those two teams have grabbed our attention and the attention of our producer, Jeremy McCarthy, who has put together a little bit we call bragging writers. Yes, and the bragging writers in this case are Anthony DiComo and Todd Zalecki. They cover the Mets and Phillies respectively for MLB.com. Respected veteran guys who know their teams inside and out. Gentlemen, good morning. Anthony, I'll start with you. I'll give you the pulpit here. Give me your best 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds on why the Mets will win the NL East.
Sure, Matt. I mean, the reason is Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer, and I know I'm not supposed to say that because Jacob deGrom is going to miss some time here, but the truth of the matter is the Mets are relying on those guys, and they can still get 40, 45-plus starts out of that duo. If they do, if Jacob deGrom comes back healthy and Max Scherzer, this hamstring thing goes away without issue, and they get those 40, 45 starts from deGrom and Scherzer, they're going to be just fine. Those are two elite pitchers, 5 Cy Youngs between them. No one doubts how good they'll be if they pitch. Everything rides on the health of those two.
Whew, a lot of ifs there, a lot of ifs.
Got it. Todd, how about you? Give me your best run on the Phillies winning the division this year.
Well, I just talked with former Phillies manager Charlie Manuel this morning, and he said that this lineup could be better, more potent, more firepower than those 07-11 teams that won 2 NL pennants in the World Series. Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, Hoskins, Real Muto, Gregorio Segura, they could really become a meat grinder for that NL East pitching. I also think this, they are not as sexy of a rotation as the Mets, maybe not even the Braves, but it might be the Phillies' deepest rotation to start a season since 2011 when they had Doc, Lee, Hamels, and Roy Oswalt. And they also have one thing going for them. They hope, Corey Knebel, if he can do his best Brad Lidge impression a la 08 and actually save some games late in the game, which has been a big Achilles heel, they could go to win the NL East.
All right, so let me throw this at both you guys. I'll start with you, Anthony, and then Todd, you can follow up. How important is it going to be to get off to a fast start in the NL East?
Oh, it's huge. Like every year, I mean, these teams are playing each other a ton. The Mets open up the Nationals, the Phillies in division. They've got another big 4-game series against the Phillies in early May. So, yeah, from the Mets' perspective, again, talking about Jacob deGrom, you can't just sit here and say, woe is me, and we'll figure it out in the second half when he's back. You need to figure out a way to take care of business while he's out and not fall behind in the NL East, because the Phillies and obviously the Braves as well are going to take advantage of that if you do.
And from the Phillies' point of view, I think a fast start is huge because this city is so starved to get back to the postseason. They haven't been there since 2011. So if they can get off to a fast start and the fans buy in, they're already excited, but they can buy in, they start filling the ballpark, creates a lot of energy in Philly. Philly can be a real tough place to play. And there's also this, if they can get through these first, I think they play 13 games to start the season. Wheeler's a little bit behind schedule. Suarez is a little bit behind schedule. If they can get through that pitching kind of conundrum that they're in the first couple weeks, I think they're going to feel really good about how their pitching stacks up the rest of the way.
All right, next exercise here. I'll ask you guys to get autobiographical here for a moment. And if you were to create one headline for your life covering your team, what would that headline be, Anthony?
Trying to beat the deadline when something comes down the chute at 2 in the morning. It's covering the Mets is unlike any other beat. There's just always something happening. It's usually something crazy. We were joking the other day about how this was just a totally normal, fine, clean spring. Nothing really crazy had happened. Nothing really crazy had gone wrong. And then all of a sudden, 36 hours, boom, 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 deGrom, Scherzer, the sky starts falling. And that's just par for the course when you're covering the Mets. So, yeah, that's my headline is just, Anthony DeComo, he never sleeps.
My headline would be Phillies fans, I'm not the GM, because I get killed on Twitter and email all for really the last 10, 11 years, right? And my poor mom will read Twitter and go, these people are really mean to you sometimes. Like, Mom, don't worry about it. It's just Twitter. They think somehow I have the decisions to make trades and hirings and firings and sign free agents. I am not the GM. I just cover what the GM does. That's what would be my headline.
Good. So perfect. Anybody that you broadcast the Phillies, you write about the Phillies, you get slaughtered. You get slaughtered by that fan. They're unbelievable. So all right, let me give you guys one last thing to kick around here. If you became, say, a food critic instead of a sports writer and had to represent your city, and you're taking a group of tourists to the best dining experiences in New York and Philly, respectively, would it be the cliched, New York-style pizza and then cheesesteak, or where would you take these young diners? Anthony, again, I'll start with you.
Well, Matty, I appreciate the opportunity because I do like to think that I am a food critic. I must disagree. You know where I'm taking people, because everyone they come to the Mets game, they stay in Manhattan, they take the train out. I'm taking people to Queens. That's my home borough. That's where I live, and there's such a great diversity of food. We've got street food in Astoria. We've got all sorts of Asian cuisines in Flushing, right by the ballpark. You can get great Italian food, really anything you want in Queens. So I would encourage people to go on a food tour of Queens, try out the different cultures, try out all the different things that you can get. And then the bonus is you're right by the ballpark when you're done eating.
Very good. All right, Todd.
I am sending people to get a fried chicken sandwich for lunch at Federal Donuts. There's a few locations in Center City, Philadelphia. And then for dinner, if you really want to blow it out, I'm telling you, go to Zahav. It's an Israeli restaurant in Old City, Philadelphia. I think any baseball player that is in town and has a free night, they've checked it out. It is an experience. Go there, absolutely. Federal Donuts. The donuts are pretty good, too, at Federal Donuts. Federal Donuts, fried chicken. You could even cut the donut in half and put the fried chicken in the middle and eat it that way.
Good Lord. Does that come with the cardiac paddle on the side? Like, my goodness, for those of us whose cholesterol has gone to a crisis level, I mean, that might be something you want to take with a grain of salt. Anthony, Todd, this was awesome. Great to see you guys. Looking forward to seeing you both at the ballpark. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, guys.
That's pretty cool. If you were advocating a food tour here in Secaucus, New Jersey, well, you would probably...
I love some Chinese food.
Chinese food, no bacon.
The bacon here is terrible.
Hold the bacon. What about some turkey?
I'm not a big turkey person.
Right. I know. We should do that.
You know where I'd go?
Where would you go?
There's a taco place here in town. It's amazing.
What?
Yeah. Del Fresco's.
A taco place here?
Yeah.
Lauren, did you know there was a taco place here in town?
No, but Giovanni's is amazing.
Yeah, Giovanni's
is
the
Greek
go-to.
place, right?
And Tony Luke's is the best cheesesteak in Philly.
I know everybody. I kind of agree with you on that.
Really?
Yeah, I like Tony Luke's the best in the
tough.
endless cheesesteak debate between Pat's, Geno's, Tony Luke's, and what's the other? There's a fourth. It's got a lot of juice now.
There's one in Jersey people love.
Right. But your point is well taken, and so was Todd's on the Phillies fans getting after you.
I love it.
Oh, it's unbelievable. All right, let's take a break.
I'm not the manager.
That was funny.
That was funny.